Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Munce Report as trainer Chris Munce joins us once again to give us the lowdown on all the weekend runners and also recap another huge week for the stable. Welcome Mr Munce and congratulations, you're now into fourth place on the Queensland Trainers Premiership. Not sure if you're aware of that, and that's overall and on the Metro standings. So congratulations, it must be nice to be continuing that momentum after a good start to the season.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. No, it is very good. I mean, the horses are all racing up to their ability. I thought Phoenix yesterday at Ipswich was just very, very brave, the way that he took control of the race from the start. And he just sustained the speed right through the line, which was good. I mean, his work had been very good leading up to it, but obviously there was always a question mark at the 1350, but he's had 6 runs in now, so he was very fit. And as I said to the owners before the race, if he was ever going to do it, he was going to be able to run the trip out yesterday, which he did. So, but even the other 2 horses, Moonshiner, he's just his bottle of consistency, and he keeps thereabouts. And there's a maiden win not too far away for him, and so they've all run very, very well. And Buckets of Pride first up. I couldn't have been more proud of her effort in running third in what was a very fast run race. So the 3 of them all raced very well.
And you pulled the right rein with Phoenix. Obviously, we discussed on last week's show you were weighing up Friday night at the Sunshine Coast and you were leaning towards Ipswich, so that did the trick there. And you also pulled the right rein with Unguarded on Saturday, stepping up to Saturday Metro Company, and she certainly proved worthy with her first Metro win.
Yeah, look, she was just fantastic with the way she exploded the last part of the race, which is a very positive attribute that she's got. She's got an explosive finish. It doesn't last for long, but she's got a good furlong and a half to sort of 2 furlong dash, and if she's given the right sort of conservative run up until then, she really lets rip quite well. So, she's just been a great asset to our stable, and I'm sure there's another win in her not far away.
And both partnered by Larry Cassidy. The Cassidy Munce train rolls on again. You guys are creating a bit of a lethal combination, which also seems to be growing. What's the key to that combo?
I just think Larry's riding with good confidence. He's able to give me good feedback, which I can then take away and put to my horses and help improve my horses, the way they're racing and working. Also track work. He gives good constructive feedback and then he's also riding with a lot of confidence. I know he was confident with Phoenix yesterday. He said to me in the morning that he was going to be positive out of the gates and lead and give him an easy couple of furlongs through the mid-race, and that's how it all panned out. So I think when a jockey's riding in confidence, with confidence, it certainly goes through to the horses. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, he certainly is, and the confidence is right up there. So, well, let's get into the weekend preview, where he does have rides over the weekend. The runners heading to Doomben on Saturday, the Gold Coast on Saturday, and also the Sunshine Coast on Sunday. Doomben Saturday, you got the 3 runners there, and I can't imagine how excited owner Phil Gutsky's going to be heading into the weekend. 2 runners on a Saturday Metro meeting at Doomben in Coco Fashion and Stampy. You might have a job ahead of you containing his excitement.
Oh, well, they tell me Phil's sleeping with his suit on already. He's that excited. So, but look, Coco's back in distance on Saturday. I've just experimented a little bit. We put blinkers on her. I want to ride her negatively if I can out the back, as long as there's good speed in the race. And we're just lacking something with her, and I don't know what it is. She's just that length and a half off breaking through for a win. So that's the reason I thought we'll bring her back in distance, ride her a bit conservatively early. And look, she's very fit, so who's to say she couldn't get home over the top of them, but with the blinkers on. So it's a little bit of a suck at the sea with her, but she's racing very, very honestly. We just need to find that extra length or so to help her get over the line. The other bloke, Wows, is in the same race. Well, he's just a model of consistency as well. His all runs this prep have been very good. He's had 5 runs in for 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a 6th. So he's had a fantastic prep, this horse. And Wiggo knows him really well. He knows how to ride him well. And from that draw, I think the 1350, there'll be enough speed where he'll get back, which seems to be a key to Wows. He seems to like to get back and off the bit, be given galloping room at the right time, and he'll finish off well. So they're 2, I think, live hopes going into a race like this on Saturday.
Yeah, sure. Wows is obviously for BK Racing, and as you mentioned, had a great prep, 2 wins and 2 placings from 5 starts, and Coco placed at the last 4. And so that race is at 123. Phil's going to have to wait 522 for Stampy, one of his favourites, with Mel Schumacher, the co-owner there, and he resumes. He's trialled, and what are you expecting here? He's obviously coming back. He was in Stakes Company last preparation and makes his debut here as a 4-year-old.
Yeah, he always seems to take a run or two, this horse, for whatever reason. His first up form isn't that crash hot. Having said that, he has had 2 trials this time in going into the races, whereas before I'd usually only given him the 1 trial. But he's very well, possibly a little bit too well, the horse. He might be just a bit above himself, but I think the good barrier should be able to counteract that. And I'm sure Justin will be able to give him a chance early to switch off and relax. And if that's the case, I've got no doubt the horse will finish the race off quite well. But I know for a fact whatever he does on Saturday, there's a lot of improvement left in him. He's just come back in good order this preparation.
Very good. Well, that's the Doomben runners. Also on Saturday, Tan Din heads down the M1 to the Gold Coast. She's a 3-year-old better than ready filly, and resumes here off the back of a nice second in a recent barrier trial.
Yeah, she's a very quirky filly. This got loads of ability. Not big on city life. She prefers the country life. But she's a filly with good ability, and from a good draw there on Saturday, I think Alan Chow will be able just to ride her a little bit conservatively, just 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, that sort of position. It's only 900 metres, but if he can do that and she relaxes well for him, she's certainly got the ability to win a race like this. She's a big striding filly, and look, it's a bit of I just want to watch her on Saturday and see her race before I sort of go making too much of a comment about her, because I know what we've seen at the races really hasn't backed up what we've seen on the track of the morning. So it'll be interesting to watch a race.
Okay, one to keep an eye on Saturday. Then at the Sunshine Coast on Sunday, similar to a fortnight ago, there's a big contingent heading up there, and exciting times with the first 2-year-olds for the stable stepping out in the shape of Berdini's Girl and Rhapsody Rose. We've spoken about them in previous shows. They've been on the trialling circuit and impressing you with what they're doing there. So you must be excited to get them to the races for the owners this weekend.
Yeah, 2 really nice fillies. They've just improved with trials and education, particularly Rhapsody Rose. She's a big striding filly. Her first trial, she was very loose actioned and hit herself just because she was all over the place. But her second trial, she was much more focused, much more balanced, and trial, I thought, improved a hell of a lot into a second trial. Berdini's Girl also, I thought her first trial was good, but then she improved into a second trial. It surprised me that she got back a little bit in her second trial, which isn't a bad thing, but she certainly wanted to find her feet. But the way she rallied late in the trial was quite impressive. So they're 2 nice fillies. At this stage, they're both racing, but I want to have a closer look at the form. But at this stage, they're probably going to go round.
Okay, Rhapsody Rose drawn barrier 4, and Berdini's Girl barrier 8, and as you said, acceptance is not long out there. All right, the other races on the program, One More Pinot lines up in a maiden plate, and he's obviously been consistent this preparation. 2 good runs to kick off his preparation, and could this be the 1/3 up?
Oh well, look, he's drawn terribly. He's drawn 13 of 13 at this point in time without scratching. So I've got to talk to the owners yet whether they still want to go around. And I'll have a talk to Larry as well to see what he thinks. But he's certainly racing in good form, and he's a bit better than a maidener. So he's struck 2 very hot maiden races so far this prep, and I don't think this is as strong as the first 2 fields that he's met. However, he has drawn atrociously. So we'll just have to sit back and have a think about whether he runs or not. But if he does, I've got no doubt he'll probably start favourite and be a major player in the race. There's no doubt about that. But we just got to work out whether we go around or not.
Yeah, sure. Obviously been pretty eye-catching runs, his first 2 this prep. Race 9, 2 runners engaged here in a Class 1 plate over 1,200 metres. Degar, who's drawn barrier 19, no favours there, and Galvarino, who was an emergency but will get a run. What are your thoughts on these 2?
Yeah, well, look, they're both resuming. Galvarino is a miler resuming, but he did trial a lot better his second trial. So he will definitely go around, but he'll be sort of looking to get out to a trip later into his prep. Dagar, we know he's got loads of ability, but he's drawn atrociously as well. So with him, I would probably be recommending to the owners that we scratch and we wait for another day. There's a race next Friday night which could possibly suit him better. So I can't see a lot of positives running from that barrier on Saturday. But there again, I'll have to talk to the owners and do the form and do a bit more homework with that horse, whether he does start or not. But I'd probably recommend we wait for another day.
Sure. All right. Well, that's the runners preview. Lots of interesting runners there, and will be interesting to see if those 2-year-olds do make their debut on Sunday. So, mate, all the best for the weekend. Good luck. Hope the momentum continues, and all the best for connections also.
Good on you, Adam. Thanks, mate.